Now here's something new for the collection. I got a Hyperkin Retron S Q HD gaming console. What makes this thing interesting is that it plays Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games on your TV, which also makes it very easy to capture footage using the HDMI output. Now, a lot of people have had complaints about this device that I've seen online because the way that it technically works is you put your game inside the cartridge slot and then it kind of dumps the data to this SD card and then runs it using whatever programs are on this device here. And it saves, you can still save everything, get like flashes and copies and all that good stuff back to the cartridge, but there is some load time. So whenever you first turn it on, you have to wait a little bit for the game to initialize and then it's good to go. There is a switch on the back. You could do 4:3 or 16:9, which is nice, but I don't know why you would ever stretch a Game Boy game to 16:9. That would look terrible. All you got to do here is just use your USB-C for power, HDMI out to the TV or your capture card, and then you take your Game Boy game, like Legacy of Goku here, Game Boy Advance, and put it in the slot, and you're good to go. Power button, reset button, all that good stuff. Now the controller is a Super Nintendo style controller, naturally, which makes perfect sense. I love the, transparent shell design. I loved that era of the 90s where all electronics were transparent designs like this with neon colors. I love this stuff. I think it looks amazing. I mean, it's no coincidence that my go-to N64 controller is the neon orange. And you might remember for the Super Nintendo, there was this device called the Super Game Boy. For this, you would actually plug your Game Boy game in, put this inside your Super Nintendo, and you could play your Game Boy games on your TV. However, this device does not work with Game Boy Color, and it does not work with Game Boy Advance. To play Game Boy Advance games officially on your TV, the only method I know of is to get the Game Boy Advance player for the Nintendo GameCube. But those are very expensive, and you have to get a boot disc for it that is well over $100 on eBay. So this was much cheaper. I got this on Amazon, and overall I'm very impressed and happy with the results.